Very warm welcome to what will be the very last video that I'm going to cover for the 1995 Bon Jovi tour. So I started these videos I think about a year ago, maybe a little bit less, I don't know. Yeah, I think about a year ago. And it was really an attempt to do something great with the concert as they are on YouTube. So on YouTube you have like basically the whole Crossroads these days tour, 1995, 1996. And I started watching them when there was video, listen to the audio if it was only audio, and making these videos. But I have really I've really discovered, like, you know, I've also quit already. Like after a couple of months I quit and then I started again, and it's like I spend way over 10 hours a video, and because the shows are like 2.5 hours long, and so the first time I just listen to them and I make little notes like, oh, there's like something special here, listen that back, and and I just really don't want to spend that time in the chair when I'm watching the video. I think really, in short, it's just not creative enough for me. It's too much input for too little output, and it's not my forte. And especially if I see how careful and conscientious other Bon Jovi fans are with the material, I'm like, yeah, this is really, I should really go. This is not my area of expertise. So last night there was a live chat with a concert, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this concert, and tomorrow, so that's today, Monday, I'm going to do a video, a review of this concert. And I've just, you know, like watched it only once, so it's then a contained, you know, time period, 2.5 hours, and it's with other people, so it's chatting, so there's a lot of fun. And so I knew that I was gonna do this, and then I'm like, yeah, no. I watched a little bit back, and I missed so much good stuff. You know, there's just every minute of that concert is worth rewatching and is worth saying something about. And if I would make a review now, I am going to make a review, and it will be the final time ever that I do this, because I really feel like the material deserves better than me either doing it too quickly, like today. So now I invested 1 hour prep, 2.5 hour on chat yesterday, and now an hour, so now it's 4.5 hour. That's the quick version. That's like the draft version, and it just doesn't feel right to have something so amazing, such a great body of work, and to have me just muscling through it like, oh, another concert, oh, another 2.5 hour concert, oh god, 15 hours of sitting in the chair and trying to get my head around it. So this is the final video of like a year of feeling I'm falling short, and I'm like, yeah, it's like I give up. I give up. So the other reason is that other art projects keep coming, and then I say art project because those are more clearly defined, as in that's really me. That's not just fan art. That's really something. Well, not just fan art. Fan art is still art, but it's like I feel like that's more. Yeah, that has my name on it, and I don't have the feeling that I fail day after day. So the projects that have come through is I have a business channel, Rock Your Yoga, and I have Rock Your Business. I have a business channel, Rock Your Business. One way to not rock your business is to make videos that are like 10 minutes and that take 9 hours to prepare. That's not how you rock your business, I can tell you that much. And the other one is I'm doing daily Bon Jovi yoga. So every day I do Bon Jovi yoga, and I will do that for the rest of my life. And you can find it at dailybonjoviyoga.com. So that's really great. And that's something I'm very excited by. And I'm like, yeah, that's actually healthy. Like 45 minutes on your mat or 60 minutes on your mat. That makes you feel good. Way better than muscling through a replay of a concert like 3 or 4 times and still feeling like you're not understanding it. So I have prepared this in 4.5 hours, which is my quickest one today, and I was already in way over 10 hours for the previous one, which was the second night at Wembley. So that will not get finished, that will not get done. So the second night at Wembley was yeah, it was very colorful, was very light, and I will continue the Wembley series, but in written form. So I actually started a book online with blog posts. It was called Live from London, and I dropped that because I obviously had like a lot of projects going on. So if you are interested in the book, the blogs Live from London, where I'm going to like do the whole third night, concert of the whole third night, and write about that, that's on the website, and I'll give you the link here below. And but this video series will end with this one concert in Montreal. So I was still, you know, knee deep into the Wembley concerts, and they're very colorful and bright and happy. And now I watched Montreal second night, and that's 2 months after Wembley, and it's like, whoa, it's like it's a whole different band. Everybody's in black. It's like super grungy. They have like a very, I would almost say like an obscure set list. It's like, it's filled with, I don't know, how do you say that? Like mystery and mischief and the images of the sunny Wembley with all the colorful 90s clothing compared to this indoor concert. Everybody is seated, so that does give a very strange ambiance compared to a stadium. But it's the darkness of the venue that is really giving it, you know, like an extra punch, I would say. Very dark venue, and the whole band is in black, and they stay in black the whole night. So even though John has got a couple of wardrobe changes, everybody stays in black. And yeah, very so they open with Helter Skelter. Well, just, you know, it couldn't be more different opening with Helter Skelter compared to opening with Living on a Prayer. That's like that's such a big difference. And then they move into Hey God. Whereas in Wembley, it was like opening with Living on a Prayer, and then You Give Love a Bad Name. It's like in 2 months' time to have such a completely different set list, such an entirely different mood. It's really very, very remarkable. I'm really going to go through it a little bit quicker than usual. So they have, like I said, very alternative opening with Helter Skelter and Hey God. And then we have Lie to Me at number 7. So that's also very special. Haven't seen that one as early in the set list as here. And Dry County. The very final verse is actually the first verse from a Bruce Springsteen song. So it's the outro really of Dry County, and the Bruce Springsteen song is Point Blank, and the words are from that song. So that's very special as well. There was in the chat yesterday, there was kind of a discussion going on if why November Rain from Guns N' Roses was such a big song, and Dry County from Bon Jovi, even though it's a fan favorite, is not that well known. And we didn't really come up with an answer, but I do think it's strange, because I definitely think that Dry County had the potential to become as big as November Rain. I really think so. So then the intro to Blaze of Glory is also a cover, Midnight Rider, and that's also very special. It's with John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora, both on guitar and both standing near the mic. So really great. I have a lot of hearts here, so I always draw a heart if I like the song. Well, there's just too many hearts to count, and then keep the faith, and always even have 2 hearts just to kind of like say like, oh my god, I really like these. I really like them. Even though it's indoors, they do have the big blow-up dolls in Sleep When I'm Dead, so I thought that was a real surprise. So one Elvis doll and one Naked Lady doll. I don't know if they have the 2 monsters. They usually also have 2 monsters on the outsides of the stage. I don't know, didn't see them, but maybe they were there. Yeah, Bad Medicine. That's one of the songs where I had like a little snippet today, so I wasn't gonna rewatch, but I more or less accidentally ended up in Bad Medicine, and I saw how Richie's doing his amazing solo, and John is covering his eyes, so he's covering Richie's eyes, and you know, like gesturing to the crowd, like, oh my god, you know, it's so he's that good, you know. So that was really, I think, seeing that moment of, you know, little snippet of video that I missed yesterday because, well, I only saw it once and I was chatting with the other fans, so you know, like, you miss a lot from the video, especially. And so when I saw that snippet today, and that moment when John covers Richie's eyes, and I really felt like, yeah, this is so, it feels so wrong to know that I probably missed 1,000 moments like that in the video. And so that was kind of like, I was really like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. And I hope that by switching to my Live in London series, the written series, where I have the time to work through that whole concert, chapter by chapter, song by song, moment by moment, that I have at least, you know, that I have that opportunity to get one thing right, instead of failing concert after concert after concert and not getting it right, getting it, how do you see that? Well, not necessarily right, but you get a it's more yeah, a draft version of something that you would have wanted to create, but that you can't because you're doing the whole tour. So I hope that by focusing on one concept from now on and in written form, I get something right. Yeah, that I have time to write a whole chapter about that moment when he covers Richie's eyes. Okay, there's a speech about newer bands, kind of like implying that, you know, that they survived and they've been around the block. That's also in Bad Medicine. And in the encore, first encore, they do These Days, and I think I already saw that with another concert as well. John Bon Jovi standing at the microphone, and he has his guitar hanging on over his shoulder, I think it is. But it's almost like, and he's singing, he's standing there, very serene, singing with that guitar over his shoulder, and it's just so like a soldier or something. It's just so very, very powerful image. So I really like that one. And there were ad-libs in Someday Saturday Night that were really good. It's the last song, but I forgot to look back. And write them out or something that I could say. But I think that was because I had already decided that this was going to be my last video in this format. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to the muses, you got to do better. Give me something else. I want new cards. So what I do like is just, you know, showing up here with a video. What I do like is talking about Bon Jovi, but it's just that you know, anything between, well, 4.5 hours is then my minimum. Anything between 4.5 hours and, I don't know, 15 hours to prepare a video, and then still having the feeling that you're not doing it good enough. That is just not, that doesn't work for me. So anything where I have to prepare my work in a fashion of sitting behind my desk, staring at a screen, that's just not going to work. So I am a writer from like, that's what I do. If I'm left unsupervised, I just start writing. I am a writer, so there's really no way to stop that. That will just come out. But what I can stop is things that require computer time and that are not writing. So I'm currently, especially for my pen name, but also for under my real name, really trying to find a way to hack my way into publishing all my books, because publishing the books, the manuscript, that's also something that just builds up over time, you know, over decades or whatever. It's like, yeah, I really have to like bundle this up and get it out there so that I can remove it from the website and then it's done. I don't have to watch it again or, you know, read through it. So publishing books or publishing my material or curating my material is one of the things that really that I'm trying to muscle my way through, and then really think about, like, almost like every piece of art that I create. I'm like, okay, do realize that one day you have to decide if you're going to throw this away or if you want to curate it, but it's going to require energy and it's going to require thought. So I'm really like, everything that requires aftercare, I'm like bringing that back to I'm minimizing that, really. So I'm only, like, ideally I would want to be only a performer. Like, I would, my art to be, I do something, like, even live without a mobile phone or a computer. Like, I don't have that. That would be like my ideal. Because then I can't spend time there. So that's radical, but who knows. So currently I'm offline for about 23 hours a day. And so I, like, well, not really offline, but I only do 1 hour of social media and email. So it's not that radical. And yeah, but those 23 hours can still contain a lot of computer time. And after COVID is over, I'm like, I never want to spend another hour behind my computer, behind my screen. I'm just so done with it. I'm like, I don't care what I have to do after COVID, but I don't want to see that computer again. I only want to have, like, real, I want to live in the real world. That's the key. I think I want to live in the real world, and I feel that projects that require me to be behind a computer for 9 hours in order to make a video, that doesn't, you know, it just doesn't make sense anymore. So I hope you're well, and like I said, I will ask the muses for new Bon Jovi assignments for this channel, because just coming in front of the camera and having a story, that's not the problem. It's something actually I really like, and it's also something that fits in my future vision. It was just that the preparation that these videos took was too much. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to be back soon and have something great for you, and see you then. Bye.